something for me? 21. Can you hit a
mempool whenever
for me? Then 21.
Hey fam, today we'll look at the mempool, how to read it and accelerate transactions stuck in there. But first, what the hell is a mempool? It's simply memory pool. Memory. Memory pool of a node. It's a place where your transaction is held till they are validated and then sent to a block. It's like the reception area where you wait before you're sent to your hotel room. So this feature was added to the Bitcoin network after the approval of the Bitcoin Improvement Proposal 35 by Jeff Garzik. So what happens in the is that nodes check your transactions to validate it. What do they usually check for? Signature verification. They ensure that digital signatures are authentic. They check to make sure that you have enough UTXO and that the same coins haven't been spent elsewhere. They also make sure that the transactions adhere to the specific format required. So if your transactions doesn't meet any of the criteria, you get an error because it will be rejected. This was exactly what many of you experienced during the mint of FOMOji 2.0. Once a transaction is selected, it moves to the next stage where it will be added to the new block. I'm sure you're not interested in all of that. You just want to know, so how exactly do I read the mempool? Yeah, I got you. For you to see what's going on in the mempool, you can use explorers like mempool the space, ordpool the space, or even bitfeed.live. For this particular lesson, we are going to use mempool the space. It's the most popular one, and it actually shows fees, size of the mempool, and the timestamp. Here you can see on the left side you have the unconfirmed transactions waiting to get into the block, and on the right is the confirmed transactions that are already in the block. And over here you can predict the fees that you can pay. This is calculated in sats per virtual byte, which means sats per the virtual byte size of the transaction that you are trying to process. The block is created every 10 minutes and each block contains the block height, which shows the number of blocks before this particular block. That's the number of blocks in the blockchain minus 1. The median fee, which you can see here, the fee span, the block size, and the transaction count. The timestamp at which the transaction was processed. You also have the graph tool, and with the graph tool you can predict the fee that you will pay by just looking at the spikes and how it's progressing. When the mempool size is large, you do know that there is going to be a spike in fees, like what we experienced during the FOMOji 2.0 mint. Let's say, like my friend Zane, you've been waiting for hours to have your transaction processed. You can speed up your transaction in many ways. You can use Sparrow Wallet or the RBF replaced by fee method, where you replace all the transaction by paying a higher and more sufficient fee. And experts just introduced this in wallets. Just upgrade to 26.0, turn on speed up in settings, and you'll be able to access this. Leather Wallet already has it, and you can also utilize CPFP as we were shown during the FOMOji 2.0 mint. Here's a look at the video that was shared then. And you can also use the feature on ordpool.space. We have so many options now. You have no excuse for your transaction to be stuck so long in the mempool. I hope you learned a thing or two today. I'm sure that you've learned that it's not mempool, except it becomes really funny. It's actually a mempool. My name is Barbara. Don't forget that OMB is a movement that can't be stopped.